All right, we got something a little bit different here. I do want to do more YouTube reactions, but honestly, you shit or me, I can't handle doing that on top of regular anime reactions. Is it kind of weird to say that anime reactions require stamina? It's like I gotta enter my training arc so I can do more. It's because I'm doing it all by myself, right? I don't have an editor or whatever, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, excuses. Okay, we got Gigguk's Spring 2025 anime in a nutshell here. I normally do check them out, but we are few days late now, so I don't know. Let's just jump into it.
This spring is either going to go down in history as one of the most exciting seasons of anime in a long time, or will be forgotten in the annals of time as the season of lost potential.
Yeah, I feel like
normally,
this is more likely.
Out, you see stuff like high-profile, critically
the big names that lure people in.
Probably going to slap.
But that was not winter. That was a couple seasons ago.
Yeah,
no?
This one's going to be popular. Yes, this spring we are largely heading into the unknown. New anime originals from fresh and also decorated creators of the past, franchise reboots, spin-offs, new unproven IP.
Yeah, this figured to be, right? There was no big names coming into the scene, and even me, right? Like before spring started, I was like, damn, what am I gonna watch here? It just seems kind of weak. But there's someone that's into like the whole isekai slop genre. Debates is very big in like the web novel and manhwa webtoon space. So this was supposed to be one of the big names, but we all know how that turned out.
That could be a classic or die on a whimper. So screw the memes.
Anyway, well, why Witch Watch?
We've got a lot to get through. Hit that.
What's wrong with Witch Watch? Okay, classic intro. Oh, I saw that. I think that was the Rock Lady one that used the drums to line up. I saw that.
Yes, it's spring 2025, and you know what that means?
Spring flowers.
That's right, it's been one entire year since spring 2024.
What was spring 2024? I don't remember. We watched too much random shit.
Knew that? Well, how about this then? It's also been almost one entire year since the launch of today's
Or was he just
sponsor,
saying that random shit? Oh my god.
Sci-fi open
This
world
sponsor?
action RPG,
Yeah.
weathering back to spring anime.
Okay. Is this Kowloon? Okay. I didn't check this out, but people are saying it's good. Yo, he's getting a boner.
Hi, Dad.
Okay.
I think I'm pregnant. In pure disrespect, we have Kowloon generic romance, having the goal to put generic in its title, giving a bad name to the shit we see every season that
Yo, that's crazy. You know what? You know, it'd be crazy if we had like a new isekai that was called generic isekai. This is true. That's what he's saying, right?
A romance series.
Generic, or I guess generic high school harem romance.
Capturing the era of 80s and 90s golden age so perfectly. While an angel from Evangelion just floating above them, watching their every move. Don't worry about it. Every single
wait, what? I didn't know that. Yo, now I'm interested. Okay, but he said don't worry about it.
Oozes atmosphere, transporting you back to a time you yearn to relive again, even if you never even lived it in the first place. This series is vibes.
How would I know
Watching this gives you the same feeling of listening to some random city pop playlist that YouTube recommended to you. 2 a.m. and getting.
I mean, I'm okay with city pop, but it's not my preferred genre. I don't know. I feel like I'd have to go down a list of genres until I get there. So I don't know. This doesn't sell it. I want him to sell me on this.
Finally have a romance, not in high school. Not with some immature
I thought that was
kids.
something else.
There's a sci-fi mystery aspect that leads me to
Do they
believe
bang?
there's more going on behind the scenes. And you know what? This isn't even the only anime this season with immaculate vibes.
Okay, I thought he was gonna say this isn't the only anime this season where the people bang.
What could be more immaculate than the end of humanity itself? Damn, that got dark. Wait. Yes, it's another anime original coming from Sci-Fi.
Was that supposed to be part of it?
Pictures,
Apocalypse Hotel? But this one's also pretty good. Like I see these Reddit threads every now and then. Like, what's your favorite anime of spring 2025? And this comes up a lot, so I don't know. Maybe this might be worth checking out too.
Post-apocalyptic
All right, sell me on it.
At this point, maybe the idea of the world coming to an end is more comfy than it seems. But also, there's just something about combining upbeat stories with this air of melancholy that I can't help but gravitate towards every time, like a moth flying towards my next existential flame. If, like me, you've been looking for a show that reignites those feelings you got from watching Girls' Last Tour, give this one a go.
Didn't watch that, so
This is
I don't know those feelings.
We regret to inform you that there is only one
Windbreaker
Switch 2 left, and it will be selling on a first come first served basis.
I didn't watch Windbreaker season 1, so I can't do this. Okay.
We got just a handful of sequels this season, like more Windbreaker, boy shows about boys being boys, doing boy things like
someone with bright pink hair there. That was a boy?
Manly brotherhoods with each other. Why are all the girls watching this? Shoshimin is continuing, Aharen along with Sentai.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was gonna say the other ones I didn't watch, but this one we're watching.
Hopefully this season can capitalize on its premise and not drag us through another 7 episodes of exams we don't care about.
Is he talking about the ranger admission exam or whatever? Honestly, that was pretty decent. I guess you could say maybe it was dragged out too long.
Fire Force is entering its final season.
Fire Force, maybe one day.
The first one, but every so often I'll come across a clip that makes me want to pick it back up. But that's if the latest seasons don't take me out of some of the insane action scenes it's capable of by shoving a boatload of...
Yeah, that's the thing too. I didn't watch Fire Force either, but like, this is what people are saying, and honestly,
in my face every time I'm just slightly immersed. And that's a big if. Oh my god, is that Sea-Dog VA?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not caught up with a lot of the things that are sequels this season, so there's that too.
Is that Sea-Dog VA? Oh my god, is that Sea-Dog...
Wait, is he saying Sea-Dog VA? Sea-Dog VA did all of these?
This one just came out of nowhere. We got another remake of a classic manga from the creator of Detective Conan this time, which I'd never heard of before. But god damn if this didn't turn out to be some of the best animation on offer.
Yeah, apparently this one's popping off too, but the thing is, like, I don't know, even though this is a remake, I don't know, it's the old version too. It was something that, I don't know, just wasn't for me, I guess, as a kid.
Studio Wit continue to prove they are just the master chef with everything they touch, because this is on a whole nother level for remakes of old school anime, even with some of the great ones we've had recently. My Hero Academia is also here with a...
Wait, he said remakes and then he showed this. I got tripped out.
Darker, grittier spin-off series that has so far impressed me as...
I heard this one's pretty good too.
Show. It's interesting to see...
I do like MJ. Well, I read the manga, so I'm done with the manga.
Level perspective of the Hero Academia world, following characters who don't have flashy city leveling powers still find a way to take down these supervillains. You got your friendly neighborhood Sliderman, some idol wannabe whose quirk is to bounce. Crazy stuff. And the most powerful hero of all.
Batman? Bootleg Batman? Oh, it is.
Yes, there's the guy whose only quirk is the 2 massive balls he wakes up with every morning to take on these super villains without having any powers.
Oh, yeah?
It's Only Man.
Oh, okay. I mean, there's basically,
did you hear about what's going on?
Okay, which watch? Was he BMing Butchers before?
America's putting up tariffs. Yeah,
True.
Canada and Mexico. Wait, I was wrong.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
It's only 10% though.
Yeah, this shit's fucking hindering me from buying TCG stuff from America.
Minimum. But they're gonna wait 90 days.
Okay.
Except China's getting a special tariff.
When we were watching the scene, I low-key wanted him to do like a third one into his dad's mouth. That's kind of nasty, but I kind of want to see it.
Wait, no, that was a lie. It's 245%. It's always nice to see a light-hearted comedy be one of the most hyped-up series this season.
Yeah.
Coming from the author of Sket Dance, we have Witch Watch.
Don't know that.
With which watch do we watch Witch Watch with? I don't know where I'm going with this. Girl comes back from witch school and has to choose her familiar, a being that will permanently become her manslave, protecting her, serving her, listening to her every whim. If this was an isekai, we'd call this slavery in cursive.
Yeah, he's pretty whipped, but
childhood friend.
He's down for it too. He's down for it too, though.
This is the person he's serving.
Yeah, what the thing is, as the episodes go by, she's been fucking up less and less. So there's that, right? Like, first episode, she fucked up like 5 times within half the episode, no? Now we're just doing it like, we actually are like, we have to keep count now because we're too surprised.
Yep, she's one of those. This is the type of girl who'd stare at a bottle of orange juice because it said concentrate. But it's the chemistry between the two leads that makes these opening episodes work so well. For the 5 of you that still remember Aho Girl, this is that with more magic and less domestic violence. Lazarus. If there was one show I was excited to...
Honestly, I didn't really mean to drop this. But the problem is, it's just the weekend is like too stacked. I don't know. Maybe there's a chance that we pick it back up, but I don't know. I only got through 1 episode. It was pretty decent. It's just there's. If I had to pick like out of all the stuff that's on Saturday and Sunday, because then I can't just bump to Sunday because there's too much shit on Sunday too.
Before the season started, this one was my pick. It's some dystopian future where all of
this was people's like, because like I said, there's no big names too, right? So people look at like the sequels already because that's kind of what. The only names people are familiar with. This was the one that people were hyping up.
Humanity has got addicted to some miracle drug because it's easily accessible and affordable with no apparent drawbacks except for one. That's revealed by the drug's creator, Dr. Skinner, that anyone who's taken the drug will die.
I don't know if we said it in the moment, but like, doesn't this like gives me Sword Art Online vibes?
Approximately 3 years after
what like was single super genius create something that actually just like fucks up people that were enjoying it?
The world falls into chaos, panic ensues, and the Dow Jones drops to the lowest it's ever been
Stock's
in
low.
years.
Buy now.
Oh, you wacky sci-fi story. And so a ragtag team is formed to catch
I'm in here too, right?
what looks to be an old school
the blonde girl, her name's Chris. That's me.
You got Shinichiro Watanabe, Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, one of the most goated directors this medium has seen, and you pair him with Chad Stahelski, John Wick's Chad Stahelski for the action choreography, with Studio Mappa bringing their best, and this should be a recipe for success. Visually, it's absolutely top dollar.
What does he think of it though?
With a modern twist, the world looks so vibrant.
When did he start writing this? This came out like last week, right? A few days ago. Did he actually like watch all the episodes up until then?
Early 2000s vibe we haven't seen for so long. On paper and with the names behind it, this is a show I really, really want to like. But
come on, hit me.
I don't know, guys. Something just feels off.
Well,
yeah, maybe.
You're here to save the world.
What are we? Some kind of Suicide Squad?
We're like the Avengers or something.
Oh shit, guys, I was bloody joking. The writing is trying so hard to be cool. Really hard. Maybe a bit too hard, because it sometimes reaches awkward sounding dialogue or even Marvel level quips. It never quite reaches the natural charm and chemistry when you watch something like Cowboy Bebop. I mean, just take the main character.
I actually didn't watch Cowboy Bebop, so I can't compare.
Like Spike, he can do everything that Spike does, except with more backflipping. He can fight like Spike with more backflipping. He can run like Spike with more backflipping. Motherfucker graduated from the Leon Kennedy School of Necessary Backflipping.
Oh my god.
Flew away, like a bird that was let out of its cage.
Did the bird do a flip on the way out? I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt now because it's still doing so many other things right. It's early
spoilers.
days, so we'll know soon if it'll fall flat on its face or will it fly away like a bird backflipping out of its cage. On this episode of What in the Actual...
Okay, this. I made a video about like going through the season before the season actually started. Well, I don't know. I guess some things came out early, but there's some things I could not handle doing at the time. This was one of them. And the thing is, I actually wasn't sure, like, if this was even going to be allowed on YouTube because the premise was just so fucking weird. And I don't know. I was going to wait and see what other people are doing. And I don't know. Apparently this is popping up, so we might pick this up at some point. And also, like, I don't know. At first, we were doing your form also on Wednesdays, but since we dropped that, Wednesday slot is free.
Can loop back in time every time she takes off her underwear. Now, I'm no stranger to anime logic. I can get behind degeneracy.
Yeah.
I can get behind wacky concepts. But you're
like, this is what we need. Like, this is what separates anime from live action.
A silent classroom full of people is not going to notice a guy standing up in eye shot of everyone and walking.
We need to combine this with the Witch Watch power.
Over to the most popular girl in class, only to get on his knees.
No, they have no eyes, as you can tell.
Play around with their underwear while she violently moans. Motherfucker, I couldn't get a coffin in class without getting a snarky comment from the teacher. Meanwhile, bro is up there putting his foot halfway up the stairway to heaven, and not a single person is pointing this out. Gigguk, it's just a dumb ecchi show. Why are you overthinking this? No, this is still a story based on rules we have to abide by. I can't suspend my disbelief to this. My dick would never forgive me again. We may be degenerates. We may watch shows that appeal to the lowest.
And that's the thing, right? Like, I don't know. My style of commentary is just say the most fucking random ass shit. So honestly, I think it would do well, or like I'd enjoy this.
Denominator. But that doesn't mean we can't goon with standard. Wait, hold on.
Wait, was that?
But that doesn't
foot down, leg up.
We can't goon.
Is that supposed to be a connection?
With standard. Wait, hold on. Crunchyroll actually have the uncensored version on their site.
And that's the thing, right? Like I know that's the problem. Ideally, people want reactions to the uncensored version, but obviously I probably can't fucking upload that shit to YouTube. So, do I spend more time just censoring it, or I don't know?
Okay, hold on a second.
Here's your bill. $4.16, pervert.
Yeah, this is my fucking favorite anime here now.
Pervert! Who you calling pervert? It's written on the bill.
You know what? Forget degenerates, isekai, or fantasy fans. You know who's eating real good this season? Slice of life fans.
Yeah.
We got Eurocamp, except they become fat fucks because this food looks delicious. The Eurocamp funded by the Yamanashi Prefecture, coming from the author of... Oh, there's some anime girl who finds an expensive hobby traveling around Japan in what I can assume is the most elaborate tax write-off for the mangaka making it. This is just a broad in Japan, adorable blue-haired anime girl edition. A ninja and an assassin under...
Okay, this one we might pick up. This one apparently is also pretty good.
One roof. For a deadpan ayaya comedy, this somehow has way better animation than most traditional action shows this season. You know this spring?
Dude, I was gonna say a debate, but everything has better animation than that. This fucking scrolling of the fucking his anime list has better animation.
And yet, even out of all these, there is one anime that I think has more potential above all
To Be Hero X?
And it isn't even technically an anime. To Be Hero X is the latest high-profile series coming from
China.
And
Okay, that was funny. That was funny. But yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, because there's not many big names. We said this already. TB Hero X could be the emerging one from the season, right? But the thing is, if there was a bunch of names, like I think this came out like on a good season, because if there's too many names, people might actually, this might go under the radar.
Holy hell, did they come here to play? It's been a while since I've been so genuinely awestruck at the production.
I wonder if he's gonna mention the Devouring Whale. We just watched that. I uploaded episode 1. That one just came out like a couple of weeks ago, right? It's kind of a late addition to the season. That one was really good. At least I only watched episode 1 so far.
Values of an anime
that one's also
series.
Chinese.
Okay, that's actually a lie. Since Arcane recently shattered that bar.
Okay, yeah, I remember they're like their Trash Taste podcast. Like this, they were like debating whether or not this was anime or not.
But I did not think it would be so soon till I saw something that could even compete. And TB Hero X is getting pretty damn close. We got China's version of Tiger and.
I think it is. Okay, you know what? I actually haven't watched Arcane season 2. You know why? Because I'm just just putting it out until if I ever decide to do Arcane season 2 reactions. But I don't know, man. I think so far
Funny with a world of
it's doing good.
hyper-commercialized superheroes. Yes, as you can tell, this looks very similar to Arcane to the point where I had to double check it wasn't by the same studio. But
Riot Games.
Flexing by switching up
Well, I guess Riot Games has they're doing like I forgot the name of the studio, but
whim with multiple animation studios
they hired
working
someone.
on this, giving potential for some of the coolest animated sequences I've seen in a very long time. 3D, 2D, all of it blends together in a way that hasn't been attempted since.
Yo, Loki, this is X-Arm, right? Yo, I don't know. I want to do like you know those like videos. Is like I ate at the worst rated restaurant in my city or some shit like that. When I like react to the worst rated anime, isn't this like this was at some point the worst rated? Yeah.
This could be as much of a stylistic
that's
choice
funny.
as it is a narrative one, and if the trailers are of any indication, there's even more switch-ups to come. This is not an anthology of stories. This
Yeah, but it
feels
just seemed like some scenes that I didn't see.
an anthology of animation and a celebration of
Maybe I
everything
didn't watch all of the trailers?
No, this isn't technically an anime, but as an anime fan,
Yeah.
nothing is getting me more pumped this season than TB Hero X.
Okay, this one's also apparently good. This is Rocket is a lady's modesty, something like that. I don't know. But that's the thing. The thing with like music anime is like, doesn't it like suffer, like on YouTube because you're gonna have to like fucking mute all the OST or some shit.
Hey yo, watching the crack? Okay guys, remember last time when I freaked out trying to convince you guys that idol anime and band anime are totally different things? Well, I think I finally realized the massive difference that makes these two genres totally unique. You see...
What the fuck was that scene? Okay.
I like this music. It feels like it's a new era of band anime since there seems to be at least one great one coming out every season, and this one looks to be joining the best of them.
What was last season's? I don't remember.
Music aside, what could be more fun than a bunch of uppity Pret School or Jaw Summers politely speaking to each other in uppercase before shredding on the guitar and getting really, really, really concerningly wet while doing so as a sign of their totally platonic friendship.
I mean, this was also doing the CGI blend, right?
No Hoyoverse. This was just a bloody fun show, and I don't know how they could make it any better. Oh, there's a bird, and she's flying out of the cage. Oh my god, when's she gonna do a backflip? I don't know what bloody horse Uma Musume fans sacrificed to the gacha gods, but this franchise has now somehow become one of the must-watch sports anime. For those
maybe I want to do this too. But the thing is, I heard that like I know this one is like separate from like all the other ones, so we could just jump into this. But I kind of want to check out like all of them too. But I heard that those have had like copyright strike issues in the past.
Those unaware, you come and think.
But I don't know. Maybe I will do this one.
Of some gacha game adaptation, and then they will drop a scene like this.
With this music too, right? Yeah.
Cygames is one of the few companies that have used their exorbitant gacha earnings for good, with their studio pumping out the highest quality adaptations for all their IPs, while also funding exciting anime originals like Apocalypse Hotel. Congratulations, Uma Musume players. You are no longer filthy gacha gamers like the rest of us.
That looks good.
You have ascended to investors. New season of Mushoku Tensei coming in!
Is he talking about debate or fucking Country Bumpkin?
Hold on a second.
Oh my god, yeah.
What the hell? The beginning after the...
I mean, it's supposed to be inspired by it, right?
Begins. Now, this is a Webtoon anime with a story that I've been told rivals Mushoku Tensei's. And
Rivals.
Well, the only thing coming close to an end is my hope that this is going to get a good adaptation. You know, I got a feel...
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like I said, this was supposed to be one of the big things. Like he said, he literally just said the story is supposed to rival Mushoku. Apparently, like, you know, so far the beginning is like honestly, it's pretty like similar, very similar. Like I said, the author said he took heavy inspiration from MT, but apparently it like heavily diverges after on, right? Like if the stuff from the main character's past comes in, then there's, I don't know, his past was like very sci-fi, so I'm sure we'll see some big divergence after.
After the end fans. If this is the final product they waited for, I can only imagine the first draft of the screenplay went something along the lines of
in the beginning,
Yeah. And here's the thing, right? We're kind of just world record huffing copium levels here that it kind of ends up like Blue Lock Season 2, where whatever the climax of the season is going to be gets good production, and then we all just forget about this shitty start, and we could just copy and paste Mushoku Tensei onto the beginning because it's literally the same shit, and then when it starts to diverge, we can be like, oh, okay, now it's good.
Yeah.
Well, now that Gura's graduating, there's got to be some way to get weebs into baseball.
All right,
and what better way than a cute, smug anime girl who will tease you at every baseball game?
How's this one doing?
I'm suddenly uninterested. I know baseball is Japan's pastime and all, but I'm more of a football guy myself.
Football? Oh my god.
Yeah, this one wasn't great. And then we get to Old Country Bumpkin to Master.
Okay, here, this is the real Mushoku Tensei sequel.
Another fantasy anime, except the main character is an older guy now. Look, at least anime is self-aware enough now to know that the audience that grew up watching Sword Art Online 12 years ago are now no longer
like him and me.
But do they think we're so cheap, so unchanged from our youngest?
Oh my, but this is from the opening, no?
We fall for the same power fantasy show, except this time they just aged up the protagonist to be this really chill and mature guy who's actually super modest and trying to get by in life, unaware how powerful he is, but still never overestimating himself, preaching respect.
Except that there's a big ass plot about the dad wanting grandkids. So we know.
Humbling, cocky teenagers who end up admiring him and listening to him, not because he has aura, but because he has wisdom and life experience. And fuck, I really don't. But hey, we're not that old yet, guys. We're still hip with the kids. Hey,
exactly. Is that why they don't explicitly say his age, so that you can just like, the people that are like 40 to 50 can just like self-insert regardless?
Look guys, chicken jockey.
Summer Pockets. Yeah, well.
Keeping on theme with the amount of nostalgic shows, we got an anime that looks like it jumped right out of late 2000s visual novel adaptation. Yes, if you couldn't tell, this is Key. Yes, if you couldn't tell, this is Jun Maeda. Yes, if you couldn't tell, it's probably going to tear your heart to shreds, but the real question
kind of is,
how is it going to stack up against birds? They got birds! But wait, where's the cage they're escaping from? Not even a single backflip? I changed my mind, guys. This is probably gonna...
This was a peak scene.
Gonna be ass. Next up, Gundam GQX.
Turn A Gundam.
G-Cux? Gigguk? Gundam?
X.
Yeah, let's go with that. Now, this is the highest profile new Gundam series to be released in a while, and while I've seen my fair share of Gundams, my editor, who is an OG Gundam fan and far better equipped to talk about this than me, has given me his statement he would like me to read on whether you should be watching this or not. From a true Gundam fan. Mobile Suit Gundam GQX is a collaborative production from Sunrise and Studio Kara. The project marks the first credited work Hideaki Anno has contributed to the franchise since Char's counterattack.
Here's the thing, I wasn't really a Gundam kid growing up. I just remember that, like, they were airing here, but I don't know. Now that I kind of have some interest in them, but I know there's like a bunch of series and you don't necessarily need to like start at a specific point. I don't know, maybe.
19.
Oh my god! It's got girls! Cute girls!
Set in an alternative Universal Century timeline, G-Quax presents a scenario in which Char
I'm not gonna get over that.
The Xeon Ray on Size 7 in 0079. A setting like this runs the risk of alienating new fans in the same way UC itself does, but also for the UC purists that don't like the change. They're playing the guitar together. Look at that, that's so
Is that part of the show? Is that the ending?
I actually feel as though in diverging so heavily from the original story, it may make it easier for new fans to pick up without prior context. And
I did like Witch from Mercury, so I think I'd like this one too.
Myself, I'm thoroughly enjoying G-Quacks, but I do find myself having many issues with most of the mechanical designs as they and now they're sleeping with each other. This is
okay.
This is peak anime right here. We've done it, guys. We've exhausted all other isekai ideas that there's only one place left.
Yeah, this guy has the fucking shittiest backstory. I honestly
possibly go.
Space.
Remember when I said the amount of isekai that start by death from overwork was getting a little depressing? Well, how about this?
Yeah.
We got another overwork salary man. Okay, nothing new to see here, but this time he has a family and he finds out his wife is cheating on him. But wait, that's not all.
Yeah, that's just the start.
It's not actually his real daughter, and if his day wasn't bad enough already, he gets framed for embezzling money from his company. His wife tells him he's pathetic, his daughter tells him she doesn't love him, gets fired, divorced, loses custody, is forced to pay child support and the 50 million yen he got.
And we're not done yet, that's the crazy part.
And then, after all this, he gets cancer.
Yeah. Bro, that is like, bro. The purpose of the show is that he's supposed to like be evil, but it just ends up helping people instead. But you know what? This guy he gets the seal of approval to be as evil as he actually wants to be.
Oh man, we didn't know how good we had it when Truckun was about. What's the name of this anime? Can a boy-girl friendship survive?
3 episodes in.
Concept. On her 17th birthday, an apprentice witch gets told she is cursed and has a year left to live. That is, unless she is able to collect 1,000 tears of joy from people, which will not only save her life, but also grant her immortality. And so she goes on a personal journey to help strangers and bring some genuine happiness to people's lives. Damn, isn't this nice? Isn't this a feel-good series? No.
No,
Amateur shit. Let's break this down. You need to average at least 2.7 tears per day or you are going to die. That is true. Tears per day. Going around solving random people's problems is probably the dumbest fucking thing you can do in this situation. Think, girl, think. You can mainly focus on just one person at a time. Each problem can take maybe days or even more to solve, and at the end of it all, you don't even have a guaranteed success rate if the fucker doesn't want to try.
True.
So, here's how a pro does it. Step 1. Get an apartment right next to a hospital.
Oh my god, yo, just get a million tears from that freaking guy from the evil galactic one.
That specializes in life-saving surgeries or delivering newborns. This will give you a way to passively farm that shit when you've got nothing going on.
True.
Step 2. Becoming a wedding officiant. Weddings are just prime farming spots for people crying out of tears of joy, and being an officiant means you only have to commit an hour while possibly hitting up multiple weddings a day. Even if it's not the most emotional wedding, you should have at least an 80% success rate on the bride, groom, and their parents. But if that still sounds like too much work, don't worry. We have the nuclear option. Are you ready? Attend one single Taylor Swift concert.
That's why Taylor Swift was in the friggin' thumbnail. I was like, oh, there's some interesting things in the thumbnail here.
And you will reach your cap in a single song with tears to spare, I swear to God. You will be thanking white women for the rest of the immortal life you will now live. But no, make this grandma cry. So happy. And finally, coming from the king of trashy romance anime is the Shiunji family.
Of course, he saved the best for last. Is this the last?
Children. From the same mind that gave us Rent-A-Girlfriend. This is an anime that's
wait.
Harem girlfriend.
Doesn't the person on the right look like Chizuru? Is that supposed to be an Easter egg?
This is an anime that's a harem romance series about a dude and his 4 stepsisters, 1 blood sister, and a
hey, don't forget the brother. Don't forget the brother.
Younger brother. And I'm sure hearing this summary, you may laugh, you may snicker to yourself, but I am here in awe, witnessing.
To be honest, like I read Rent-A-Girlfriend manga weekly. I am caught up. I'm proud to say, very proud to say. But when I heard this came out, I don't know, I read the premise and I was like, okay, 1, I didn't trust this guy. I didn't trust the fucking author. And then 2, I was like, yo, this is some degen shit. But now that I'm watching this, dude, this is peak. Dude, this shit's way better.
Man of true talent, because a project like this is one of pure dedication and determination from a person with something to prove. We can all learn something.
Honestly, I'm probably gonna read the manga when the season ends. And let's say that's like season 2 right away.
Family. It is infinitely harder to create than to judge. But if you're gonna do
don't forget the dog.
If you're gonna do anything, what's the point of doing it if you're not going to try to be the best?
Exactly.
Even if you're the best at being the worst. If one man's trash is another man's treasure.
And that's the thing, right? That's the thing we were talking about. We kind of see, we've seen so much already that we got to keep going down. Instead of going up to cure ourselves, we go down deeper into hell. That's the way.
This man can turn
that's
a
the direction
trash
we
can
go.
into a fully operational waste disposal center. Because even if you think you've reached your full potential, be that person who can dig deep.
That's the thing. I should apologize to the author. What was his name? Reggie? Dude, this guy's... Dude, I want to see his next work. That's what I'm hoping for.
No, they have more to give. Who can look
how does he top this?
Rent-A-Girlfriend and say no? We must.
Dude, he's Loki spoiling people. Actually, I don't know.
Who can look at the amount of sisters in Domestic Girlfriend and say nay?
No, I actually didn't watch this. Loki, I kind of want to do reactions to this.
We must go higher. 1 sister, 2 sisters. How about 5 and a younger brother? Because
exactly.
We are not in the end game yet.
Exactly.
There is always a higher summit to climb.
Exactly, and you know what? He adopts more kids, and then we have more than 7.
Yeah. So, just remember, family always comes first. Just as long as you don't come in family.
No, that is going to happen.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you very much. Yep, that was the spring anime season. So I hope nothing I said today ages horribly, because there is a chance that maybe nothing in this season will pop off. Or maybe
yeah, it would be quite unfortunate if To Be Hero X ends up flopping. I don't know, it's one of the things. Or maybe the opposite. He said H like wine, right? Or whatever. H is like milk. What if we get the switcheroo to bait ends up being peak? Does that count?
We will have to wait and see, because it's going to be hit or miss for a lot of these shows. But that doesn't mean I'm going to have any more time than I usually do. Oh my god. Anyway, though, that's it from me.
Yeah, like I was saying, does he actually watch stuff on 2 times speed? I know that's like one of the topics he likes to bring up, but does he do that for these? Like, does he, if he watches like multiple episodes of all these shows? I don't know. Well, I guess he's not doing like full like reaction analysis, like these reaction channels where things can take up like 90 minutes to 2 hours per episode. So I don't know.
Well, today,
but that is a lot of anime to watch.
I'll see you all next time.
Did he even touch on everything? I don't know. No, he definitely did skip. He didn't talk about Atelier Meister. Did he? No. Well, I guess he kind of he mentioned like generic power fantasy stuff. No, that doesn't count. He's gonna throw it in there. Slime. He didn't mention Slime 300 in the sequel section. I mean, it's fine. We'll give him a pass. I don't know, in terms of some of the stuff that we currently are not watching, but I'm thinking of, did it sell me on anything? Not really, because the stuff that I like putting on my radar anyways to pick up, if I can figure out time slots, I don't know, I was probably just gonna do it anyways. But I'd say I didn't know this thing about Kowloon, generic romance, where there was like this shit floating in the sky. So I don't know, maybe that bumped up my interest for it a little bit, but yeah. No, he did not end up mentioning the Pokemon one, Chinese Pokemon. Hopefully, the episode 2 and 3, and I think 4 is coming out. Or actually, I don't know what date it comes out, but that one should get mentioned. That one more people need to check out. Unless if episode 2 and 3 are shit, okay, never mind. Don't listen to me. But yeah. And yeah, that'll be it for this YouTube video reaction. Like I said, I am open to doing more YouTube videos. So if you think there's anything that would be a good fit, let me know what you think I should react to. And yeah, if you made it this far, thanks for supporting the channel, and yeah, I'll catch you guys next time.